Welcome back to Bay Sunday. It seems like every day auto break-ins are in the headlines. It's one of the biggest frustrations of owning a car here in the Bay Area. Here to tell us how to keep our cars safe is former San Francisco police officer Barhin Bhatt of Signal 88 Security. Welcome to Bay Sunday.
Hello.
All right, so tell us about the problem. Why do we see so many break-ins here in San Francisco? Why does it seem like that?
Well, a lot of reasons can contribute to vehicle break-ins, but one of the biggest reasons is opportunity. A lot of thieves are opportunistic and they want to go for low-hanging fruit. So a lot of times you have items that are placed in vehicles that are visible to the eye from street side and are tempting.
Yeah. What are some of the items that are typically left in cars and that thieves are targeting?
Well, right now, smartphones are everywhere. Everyone has one. Even the smartphone accessories, such as the cords that are left inside the vehicles, show like an indicator to a potential thief that, hey, there might be some valuable electronics inside the vehicle.
Right. We just saw some footage of some security surveillance footage and someone attempting to steal a car. With the proliferation of surveillance video and cameras out there, we're not seeing a dramatic decrease in auto thefts, though.
Right. So surveillance cameras are excellent for capturing what occurred. They don't necessarily provide a deterrent effect, such as physical security or law enforcement can provide.
All right. So for your typical person who lives in San Francisco, San Jose, Oakland, when you park on the street, obviously it's hard to find parking, but where are some of the safe areas to park on the street? Are there certain tips that you can give us?
Sure. So well-lit areas are always better than dark areas. Places that are very public versus being concealed in an alleyway or in a dark corner of a parking lot are always better locations to park at. You know, places that have an actual parking lot attendant, those are obviously safe.
Sure.
Because there's somebody actively taking a look at and taking care of those vehicles that are parked there.
You mentioned leaving some of items in your car might actually attract thieves, including, you know, your car phone charger and the wires, things like that.
Right.
But sometimes you need to kind of keep those in your car. It's not like every day you're going to pull them
Sure.
out. So where are some of the safe places to put, or where would you recommend people put those kind of items if they are going to park their car and leave them in there?
So if you must keep the stuff inside the passenger compartment of the vehicle, perhaps have like a blanket or something where you can easily conceal the items underneath it. Ideally, however, you want to plan in advance of your trip and actually have those items stowed away in the trunk, because you also don't want to have criminals scouting out your vehicle and watching you actually place the valuable items from your passenger compartment and into your trunk once you arrive at your destination. So if there's something of extremely high value like your laptop and you don't necessarily need it while you're driving, plan ahead and place it in your trunk before you even start your trip.
Yeah. Do you have a sense of how many more thefts there are, car thefts or break-ins, when there are items left in the open versus no items in the car at all?
It incrementally doubles your chance of being burglarized.
If you have an item that's visible.
Sure, because a lot of times, like I mentioned, thieves are opportunistic, and you know, if you keep the item visible, you're going to make it very tempting. And to make it even worse, a lot of times people leave their vehicles unlocked and basically have an open invitation, you know, to a criminal to open up their car and take their belongings.
Right. I know I have several friends who actually just leave their, you know, the glove compartment open and also some of the other things in their car open so that they kind of show the thieves that there's nothing in the car. Is that something that you would recommend as well?
Well, whatever works, I suppose. But
Right.
you know, as long as the items aren't present, you pretty much are winning half the battle right there.
Give us a sense of how many car thefts there are in the Bay Area, and what percentage of car thefts end up in a conviction of a car thief.
Well, I mean,
is it hard to convict and find?
Yeah, it can be. From my experience in working in law enforcement, you know, I know that there's about 1.8 million auto burglaries per year in America. You know, and that's a very large number. But what you can do to reduce that is basically use some of these tips that we've provided. You know.
And thank you so much for joining us here this morning. We appreciate all the valuable advice. Coming up on Bay Sunday, the Crystal Children's Choir when Bay Sunday comes back.